how have the last 2 games felt for you? How's your body been feeling as you've gotten yourself back into finding the crease?
Body feels great in a lot of ways. A lot better than I would have anticipated at this point in my recovery. So I'm really happy about that. And then just the in-game stuff. There's still, again, there's a lot of the reads and seeing the puck and the way I'm moving in the net feels better than I expected this early. And then there's still, some things where it still feels like there's some rust there. So every period, every game has been getting more and more comfortable though.
Is there anything that's surprised you just from a standpoint of what it felt like, last Friday when you played that first game? I know you've played in a lot of big games, a lot of different situations, but how did that game rank as far as how things feel in your career?
To get back after the year that I've had was definitely pretty surreal. And, there was some points in my previous rehabs, this past year that things were looking pretty bleak. So to be out there at all was just an absolute blessing. And to feel as good as I do going in and still I think there's so much room for growth. Obviously, we're just getting started. So it was great. I felt, like I said, better than expected.
How massive have your family and the Hawks organization been with you over this last stretch?
They've been unbelievable. It's been on both sides. It's been a hard situation to navigate through, and I wish I was contributing more over the past season, but they've handled things as good as you can possibly handle things, and making a tough road not any tougher. So and then my family obviously is the only reason why I'm here today, still in the action. So as much as I've grinded over the last year, my wife has grinded tenfold more to help me recover. So I'm so grateful for her.
Getting into games this past week, does it make you even just appreciate getting to play this game for a living a little bit more?
Oh, absolutely. That's probably the biggest takeaway is when you truly, it's almost like a near-death experience where you start to really prioritize things, when you think you might lose something, and then you really appreciate it after that. And so I have a newfound level of motivation in my career right now, and just soaking it up.
I want to ask you about Drew, who you've gotten to know probably a lot better over the last couple of weeks. Obviously a guy who's just starting out in his career, but we were chatting with him last week and he was just so excited to get to watch you, learn from you. What has it been like getting to take a look at how he's starting out in his career?
He's great. As good as he is as a goalie, he's a better person, I'd say. And that's good to hear. That's nice to hear that he said something like that. So, but I have nothing but respect for Drew. He's watching his, small sample size so far of his game. His game looks really good. He's really, really composed and really efficient out there. And then off the ice, he's just, a great teammate to have. He's been super, just a good teammate, and just very supportive of my return, and which he's in a position where it might not be the best thing for me to be around, but he's been nothing but supportive.
Lastly, big game tonight against Milwaukee. You've gotten to see this Rockford defense core that's got a lot of talented young Hawks prospects. How impressed have you been with the names of Rinzel, Korchinski, Del Mastro, Allen, that obviously you have to communicate a good amount with when you're in the net?
Yeah. There's a lot of young guys that, have done so well that they're now up with the Blackhawks, let alone still having a huge pool of talent down here still. Just goes to show how many quality draft picks we've acquired over the last few years. And, seeing it, firsthand down here the last couple weeks, the organization has a bright future.